What's up, everybody? 3 Islamic empires, one new weapon, and a stretch of land so vast it should have been impossible to rule. Yet the Ottomans, Safavids, and Mughals did exactly that. This is AP World History Unit 3, Land-Based Empires, c. 1450 to 750, and here's your map. The Gunpowder Empires, the Sunni-Shia clash, Ming and Qing China, Russia's march into Siberia, and the tools every ruler used to hold it all together. Stick with me to the very end, and I'll show you the single fastest way to lock all of this in before exam day. Let's get into it. Start with the big idea the College Board wants. Between 1450 and 1750, a handful of empires expand to a scale never seen before, and the secret weapon is gunpowder. Cannons crack open old stone walls, and muskets give armies firepower no rival can match. We call them the Gunpowder Empires, the Ottomans, the Safavids, and the Mughals. But here's the key: military tech wins the land. Holding the land takes something else entirely. Watch how each one pulls it off. Empire number 1, the Ottomans, the giant of the three. In 1453, Sultan Mehmed II hauls massive cannons up to the walls of Constantinople and takes the city, ending the 1,000-year Byzantine Empire. He renames it Istanbul, the new Ottoman capital straddling Europe and Asia. The Ottomans are Sunni Muslims, and they ride this momentum across the Middle East, North Africa, and into Eastern Europe. Lock that date, 1453, it shows up on the exam every single year. Here's how the Ottomans built their power, and it's a classic exam topic. The Devshirme System. The state took young Christian boys from conquered Balkan villages, converted them to Islam, and trained them for elite government and military service. The best became Janissaries, a fierce, loyal infantry force, the first to wield gunpowder weapons. Picture it as a state turning outsiders into its most devoted insiders. Loyalty straight to the Sultan, not to any noble family. That's how you control an empire. Meet the peak of Ottoman power, Suleiman the Magnificent, ruling in the 1500s. Under him the empire hits its golden age, stretching deep into Europe and right up to the gates of Vienna. But he didn't legitimize his rule with armies alone. He sponsored stunning mosques and art, and reformed the legal code so thoroughly his people called him the lawgiver. See the pattern? Military conquest plus religion, law, and architecture. That combo is how land empires justify their rule. Empire number 2, the Safavids in Persia, modern-day Iran. Here's what makes them stand out. They made Shia Islam the official state religion. That's a big deal, because it set them on a collision course with their Sunni neighbors. Their greatest ruler, Shah Abbas, modernized the army with gunpowder weapons and built a dazzling capital at Isfahan. So now you've got two Muslim superpowers right next to each other, but split by a deep religious divide. And that divide means war. This is the rivalry the exam loves, so number it. The Sunni Ottomans versus the Shia Safavids. The split goes back to a dispute over who should rightfully lead the Muslim community after Muhammad. Now make it concrete. In 1514, the two empires clash at the Battle of Chaldiran, and the Ottomans' superior gunpowder artillery hands them the win. Here's your takeaway. Religion wasn't just belief, it was a tool of legitimacy, and it fueled hard borders and constant warfare between neighbors. Now head east. Empire number 3, the Mughals, Muslim rulers over a mostly Hindu India. Their greatest ruler is Akbar the Great, and he's a model of smart governance. Akbar practiced religious tolerance, scrapping the tax on non-Muslims and welcoming Hindus into his government. To fund it all, he built the Zabt system, a centralized tax setup based on the value of the land. Tolerance plus an efficient tax machine equals a stable, wealthy empire. Remember Akbar as the ruler who governed with the carrot, not just the sword. Now watch the turn. Later, the Emperor Aurangzeb reverses Akbar's tolerance. He reimposes the tax on non-Muslims and enforces strict Islamic law, and that sparks resentment and revolt across the empire. Meanwhile, blending ideas from Hinduism and Islam, a brand new faith emerges in this era, Sikhism, which the Mughals come to clash with. The lesson the College Board wants: tolerance held this diverse empire together, and when it vanished, the cracks began to spread. One ruler's choice can shape an empire's fate. Here's the perfect example of how rulers used art to legitimize power. The Taj Mahal, built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan as a tomb for his beloved wife. It's gorgeous, but it's also propaganda in marble, a monument screaming the wealth, the power, and the divine right of the dynasty. Every land empire did this. The Ottomans with mosques, the Safavids with Isfahan, the Mughals with the Taj. Grand architecture is a ruler saying, "I belong on this throne." That's a guaranteed exam connection. Don't forget the other land empires, 2 more to track. In China, the native Ming dynasty falls, and the Manchus from the north sweep in to found the Qing dynasty, ruling as foreign conquerors over the Han majority. And in Russia, Ivan IV, Ivan the Terrible, crushes the boyars, the old noble class, to centralize power, and the Romanov dynasty then expands the empire all the way across Siberia to the Pacific. Both consolidate power by taming their nobles. Same playbook, different continent. Now zoom out for the answer the exam is really after. How did these empires control such enormous territory? 4 tools, count them. 1. Gunpowder military force. 2. A loyal bureaucracy, like the Ottoman Devshirme. 3. Tax systems, the Mughal Zapt or tax farming, where the state sold off the right to collect taxes. And 4. Religion and art as legitimacy, mosques, the Taj Mahal, divine right. Master those 4 levers, and you understand every land-based empire in this unit. And that's AP World Unit 3. The Gunpowder Empires, the Ottomans and Devshirme, Suleiman, the Shia Safavids, and the Sunni Shia clash. Akbar's tolerance and the Mughal Zapt, the Taj Mahal, plus Qing China and Romanov Russia, all held together by military force, bureaucracy, taxes, and belief. You just covered the whole thing. But here's the truth. Watching is not the same as knowing. Head to AIM5 and practice Unit 3 for free with instant feedback on every question. Links below. Now go get that 5, and I'll see you in Unit 4.